Hey guys, it's Bethany, your crafty BFF, and I am back on with part 2 of this requested tutorial. My friend and subscriber Susan requested that I do a tutorial for this mini album in a box that I created and shared in a project shared the other day. Um, so in part 1, we created the mini album, which is this guy right here. Well, we created this one. um, it's a very simple mini album with some pockets and closures on the front and back covers, and then just 3 plain pages, pocket pages, I should say. And in part 2, we are going to make this box. It's kind of like an explosion box. It opens here in the front and has this lid to keep it closed, and it fits this 6x8, 6.5 by 8.5 mini album perfectly. I said this in part 1, but I'm going to say it in part 2 as well. This is a disclaimer. I loosely followed a tutorial from Rosa Kelly Scrapbooks, and I will link that tutorial in the description box down below. I say I loosely followed it because I totally scrap lifted the construction of this box from her, but I did resize it to fit this 6.5 by 8.5 mini album. She makes a little bit of a smaller box, so, and like I said, I'll link that in the description box so you can check that out. I want to give credit where credit is due. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to make this box really sturdy. I'm making it from 110-pound cardstock, but I'm also going to mat the inside with another layer of 110-pound cardstock and then the designer paper on the inside and outside so that it's really nice and sturdy. I feel like for to keep a mini album in, you want it to last, so we want it to be really sturdy. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the back piece, and you need a piece of 10-inch by 9-inch. This is the only time you'll need a 12 by 12. The rest you can cut from 8.5 by 11 cardstock, but this one is 10 inches by 9 inches. And you're going to get out your scoreboard, and on the 9-inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch. We're going to flip it to the 10-inch side and score at 1 inch. And then you're going to flip it one more time back to the opposite side of the 9-inch mark and score at 1 inch again. You can go ahead and fold and varnish your score lines. And while we're at it, we might as well cut this how we need it cut. So you're going to get your scissors, and you're just going to get rid of these little squares where the score lines cross. I'm just going to do a little miter cut, so a diagonal cut there and a small diagonal cut there, just to remove that corner completely. We're going to do it on this side as well. Diagonal cut, diagonal cut. So it should look like this. And that is our back piece, okay? For your sides, you need 2 pieces of 10 inches by 4 inches. And on the 10-inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch. Ignore my old stained hoodie. My brother keeps it freezing cold in this house, so I'm always having to wear extra layers. again, so on the other piece of 10 by 4, you're going to score at 1 inch on the 10-inch side as well. And I need to turn on airplane mode so we don't have any interruptions. And we're just going to fold and varnish those score marks as well. Okay, and then we're going to work on our front piece. For your front piece, you need a piece of 110-pound cardstock that is 10 inches by 7 inches. And on the 10-inch side, you guessed it, we're going to score at 1 inch. Fold and varnish that. It actually comes together really easily. While we have our scoreboard out, let's go ahead and work on the lid portion as well. So for the lid, you need a piece of 11 by 8, 110-pound cardstock. And we're just going to score at 2 inches on all 4 sides. So put it on the 8-inch side, 2 inches. On the 11-inch side, 2 inches. Rotate it again, 2 inches. And one more time at 2 inches. You can go ahead and fold and varnish all of those. And we are done with the scoreboard. We'll set that aside and come back to it. Let's start constructing the box, starting with, nope, I forgot a piece. I can't believe I forgot the bottom. Okay, it's okay. For the bottom, we need a piece of 110-pound cardstock that is cut at, let's see, 7 inches by 4 inches. Okay, and then we're not going to do any scoring to that. So you need your 110-pound thick cardstock at 4 inches by 7 inches. Let me write that just so everyone knows. There we go. And you're going to start with your back portion, which is the 10 by 9 that we scored 1 inch on 3 sides. And we're just going to glue this guy right here to that 4 inch by 7 inch piece. So this is the bottom and this is the back of the box. Hold on, I didn't prep my glue, so I'm probably going to have to, I'm going to have to poke it. My bad, I did not prep it. There we go. And add your glue. You can use double-sided tape if that's what you prefer. I'm using glue because it's faster and I love my Bearly Arts. I know it's going to hold up. So I'm just lining this up, making sure I'm on the very edge of that 4 by 7 inch bottom piece. And I'm going to press down to get it really nice and stuck. And then you need your side pieces, which are the 10 inch by 4 inch. And I forgot to do like some little miter cuts here. So just little diagonal cuts on your 1 inch score just to take out some of the bulk. So make sure you do that and then add your glue there to your little 1 inch score tab and line it up here on this 4 inch side. Making sure you're there at the very edge. And then press down. Do the same thing to the right side. Add your glue. Line it up here on the very edge. And then press that down. Now we're just going to fold this up and fold one of our sides up, and we're going to put glue on this tab here to attach to the side piece like this. So add your glue. And then just bring it up together like this. And line them up. And then you can press that down once it's nice and aligned, like so. Now we're going to do the same thing to this the right side tab. Add our glue, and then bring this up and attach, lining it up the best you can get it. You want a nice box shape. And I'm just pressing that down. There we go. We have you can see our box starting to come together. Now your front piece, you also want a miter here, so just a little diagonal cut there and a little diagonal cut here. And we're going to glue this one right here. So add your glue to your 1-inch tab. And line that up. And there we have it. That is our box coming together. Now let's go ahead and do the lid. We scored our 11-inch by 8-inch piece at 2 inches on all 4 sides. And now we're just going to make some, we're going to create these little tabs from these squares. So just cut out your score line all together. So I just do a little diagonal cut to the left of the score line and then to the right of the score line to take that score line out completely. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. There, we've created these little tabs. Now to put it together, just bend them forward. You're going to add your glue to the outside of the tab. And then you're just going to bend these inwards together and then bring this piece up. Line it up the best you can get it. Like so. That's what the inside looks like and the outside. And now we're going to do the same to this side. So I'm just going to add glue to the outside of the tabs. And then bring these together and bring this piece up to form a nice rectangular little box, right? But this is the lid. So that is how you make the lid. Now, and your lid will fit right there on top, like so. There we have it. Now, now that's the construction of the box, but like I said in the beginning, I want this to be a very sturdy project. I want it to last as long as the mini album lasts because I spent so much time on it, right? So I do have these matting layers that I cut from 110-pound cardstock, and we're going to start with reinforcing the lid. For the lid, you need two pieces that are 1 7/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches. And this for the short sides. And I'm putting these layers here on the inside of the lid. For the long sides, you need two pieces of 1 7/8 by 6 7/8. Just gluing those inside my lid. And then for the big part of the lid, you need a piece of 3 7/8 by 6 7/8. Just adding my glue. And then plop that down in there. This is going to make it nice and sturdy, especially after we add the pretty designer paper to the inside and outside of the box. Okay, so now for your actual box, for the side pieces, you need two pieces of 3 7/8 by 8 7/8. And we're just going to add our glue here. Not only does it make the box sturdier, but it hides all of the inner workings of how you constructed the box. All those tabs that we glued together. This will hide that. I'm just making sure this is nice and lined up. And pressing down. And then I'm going to do my other side. Again, that's 3 7/8 by 8 7/8. Laying that down on the side. Lining that up. And pressing down. For the back, you need a piece of 6 7/8 by 8 7/8. Lots of just gluing paper. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but we're making a sturdy box, dang it. Okay, laying that down, lining it up, and pressing it down. And then for the front, you need the same size piece, 6 7/8 by 8 7/8. Line that up, press it down, and you will already start to feel the world of a difference that makes in the construction of this box. I forgot to cut the bottom piece again, so for that, we need a piece of 6 7/8 by 3 7/8. Don't know why I keep forgetting that bottom piece, but I'm pretty sure I cut the the designer paper matting layer for it. So 3 7/8 by 6 7/8, and that will line up perfectly in here. The only thing you want to do is make sure you don't cover this crease that allows this to open up and down, because you want that to, swing without limitation. So I'm going to write this one down here too, 3 7/8 by 6 7/8. And we're going to move on to matting with our pretty designer paper. Let's just start with the inside. And I cut these mats to be the exact same size as the 110-pound mats that we just did. So all of these measurements are what you need to cut for your designer paper. For the front and back, you need 2 pieces of 6 7/8 by 8 7/8. And by the way, in Rosa Kelly's tutorial, she doesn't just stop here with the box. She actually adds a whole nother scrapbooking layout here to this door that opens, and it like opens to the left and opens to the right and has some more flippy flap things, so it's more like an explosion box. So that is an option as well. I'm not doing that today, but yeah. So for the back, again, you need a piece of 6 7/8 by 8 7/8. I'm just adding my glue. And lining that up and pressing down. For the sides, you need 2 pieces of 3 7/8 by 8 7/8. Just gluing, and you got it. Lining it up and pressing down. For your bottom piece, again, you need a piece of designer paper, this time at 3 7/8 by 6 7/8, and it fits right in there. Again, just avoiding this crease that allows this to open and close. I had to use a different pattern paper for this, and that's okay. This is going to match our lid, so there's that. Now let's do the outside of the box. Same exact measurements. This time I did take the liberty to cut, and I did stitch on these outside layers just to give it that extra detail. So here for the front piece, you need 6 7/8 by 8 7/8. Exact same measurements that we've been doing, right? Okay. I know it's a lot of work, but I really think it's worth it to have a nice sturdy project that whoever is going to receive it has it for a very long time. And then for the back, again, it's 6 7/8 by 8 7/8. Line that up. Press down. I'm going to kind of do this so I get it really nice and pressed down. There we go. Then the sides. Again, you need 2 pieces of 3 7/8 by 8 7/8. Setting my glue off camera. And lining it up and pressing it down. I know this part's boring. Sorry it's not more entertaining, but it's just, gluing paper to our project. Again, the side is 3 7/8 by 8 7/8. Glue and line it up. Press it down. I'm going to add a little bit of glue here to this corner because I notice it's popping up. There we go. There's the outside of our box and the inside of our box. Now we can do the lid. Same measurements that we did those 110-pound layers. For the short sides, you need 2 pieces of 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. My box fell because it doesn't have a lid on it. For your long sides, you need 1 7/8 by 6 7/8. 2 pieces. 1 7/8 by 6 7/8. There we go. Press that down. And then for the inside bottom or bottom of the top of the lid, right? It's 3 7/8 by 6 7/8. There's little fuzzies down in there. Okay. And then press that down. And it's starting to, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. Now for the outside mounting pieces, I did stitch these for the lid as well. And we need the exact same sizes. So this one is 3 7/8 by 6 7/8 for the very top of your box, or lid, I should say. I love the gold stitching. I think it makes such an elegant detail. Okay, for the long sides, you need 2 pieces of 1 7/8 by 6 7/8. I know I keep repeating the same measurements, but I just want to make sure everyone understands. that long side, and this one, again, 1 7/8 by 6 7/8. And then our short sides are 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. You need two of those. 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. And there we have it, guys. That is how I constructed and matted this little gift box for our mini album. That completes part 2. In part 3, I will come back and we're going to mat this album. So I'll be adding all the designer paper and giving you the measurements for that. So look out for part 3. Thanks so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below or DM me on Instagram. It's the same handle over there at your_crafty_BFF. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.